Here to review step number 61 of the 67 steps. This one was called the $495,000 Honda Accord, the real value of money. And this one was all about an economic term called opportunity cost. The definition I found was the loss of potential gain from other alternatives when one alternative is chosen. And remember that these 67 steps are mental frameworks to help you make better decisions. Your life is going to be the sum of the guiding voices in your head. And remember, one of the challenges we face is that you have a brain that's evolved from 10,000 years ago when we had many less choices than we do now. Your brain evolved from times when most of your choices were local. You ate local food, you did activities that were local to you, married to someone that was part of your tribe. So it's extremely important these days for you to make good decisions. And remember, every decision comes with a cost, either literally out of your pocket and or in time, the most finite of things. And we have an example to illustrate this point of a top hedge fund manager on Wall Street that makes $2 million an hour. If that person chooses to skip out early in work and go to a 2-hour movie, it may seem like the only cost of the movie is the $20 admission. However, the real opportunity cost is $4 million to that person. And make no mistake about it, only spending creates wealth. Saving doesn't create wealth. And it's not about what you spend, it's what the real value is. Ty says his stepfather always insisted that he and Ty buy the best tools, not the cheapest. The best tools are not only going to work better for you, but they're going to last longer. And Jeff Bezos, when he was founding Amazon in the early 90s, when it was just a fledgling company, offered his lawyer inexpensive shares into the fledgling company, and for whatever reason his lawyer didn't seize the opportunity, and he's out hundreds of millions of dollars. So calculating opportunity costs can be extremely painful and shocking. The McDonald's brothers started the McDonald's company in San Bernardino, California before it was a franchise, and they sold their $1 million in shares and value of the company to Ray Kroc, who then went and formed the franchise. And had they have kept that $1 million in shares, they would have hundreds of billions of dollars these days. So extremely painful to think about. I'm glad I'm not them. And Ty says real opportunity cost is the factor of 15. So if you buy a $30,000 car, if you multiply it by the factor of 15, the real cost of that car is $450,000. He says you'd be much better off buying a $5,000 car and deploying that other $25,000 into something that's going to grow in value. You don't want to spend a lot of money on things that rust, rot, and depreciate. And he says almost everything has an embedded cost that doesn't show up on a calculator. You go to the McDonald's drive-thru to buy from the dollar menu to save time in cooking, but the opportunity cost in your health is significant because it makes you significantly less healthy. And Joel Salatin says the best way to change the world is through your checkbook. A lot of people picket and protest at businesses they don't like, but Joel Salatin says the better approach is to buy from businesses that make the world better and don't buy from businesses that make the world worse. And he says you have to exercise your money to get it to work for you. So train yourself to realize the price tag is never the real cost. Like back to Joel Salatin, he bought his first car when he married his wife for $50, and then they grew their own food and lived above their parents' house as he invested the other rest of his money into his now flourishing polyface farm in Virginia. So Joel Salatin certainly understood opportunity cost. And people debate these days whether to go to college or not, but Ty's first mentor, Alan Nation, says he believes the only real reason to go to college is if your vocation demands a license, such as, radiologist, doctor, or lawyer. Otherwise, experience is your best practical teacher. And, Ty says when you're selling a product or service, take opportunity costs into consideration and always give 10 times more value than you charge. And remember, every day lost is an opportunity cost. And his questions for you at the end of this lesson are, What is an example of something you bought that when you used a rule of 15, you realized it was crazy expensive? What percent of your spending is on things that depreciate? And what is one change you need to make based on this step in your learning? Thanks so much. See you on review number 62. Take care.